Well, boys, we officially made it. We've hit 1,000 subs, which has been a long time to come and honestly has been a lot of work, but we eventually did get there and we were at 1K. Officially there. 1K, 416 videos later. Man, I didn't think it would take that long, but it did. And we are finally here. It's it's been a lot of work, it really has. And I was hoping to hit it a lot sooner, but hey, better late than never, right? We are there. It's been a long road, a lot of hours, and a lot of time has gone into this, but it's there. And I definitely appreciate all of the support because this is not possible without you guys. And that's the truth. The reality is, when it comes to YouTube channels, it's the viewer that really makes the channel survive. Because if everybody didn't want the channels to survive and they just all unsubscribe and never watch again, guess what? Channel dies. It's really the viewers that keeps the channel alive. It's you guys that keeps it going. Hitting the like button and commenting actually helps push the videos out further, and it also makes people interested in having conversations. So I appreciate you guys for all the support that I've had on the channel. And I know it's been a while since I've really made videos, but I do want to talk about the future of the channel as well, because there is some plans I do have planned. But as of right now, for everything that we've done a lot of videos, and I've done basically full-time YouTube. I'm still pretty much doing full-time YouTube. I'm over on another channel at the moment, but the Airsoft channel was my main thing, and in a lot of ways, it's still kind of it's more on the side right now, but I still have plans for it. So don't worry, the Airsoft channel's not going to disappear. I'm not going to quit it. I'm still making videos. I still have plans to make videos, and I still have plans for a future on this channel. Because again, like I've always said, I'm never going to quit YouTube. I'm always going to be here. You can't get rid of me. And another point I want to make is people are going to tell you that you can't do something. That's always going to happen. There's always somebody that would tell you that you can't do it. I've had people, when I very first started this channel, I've had people pretty much scoff and be like, yeah, okay. But I made it. I made it to 1K. 1K is not a lot, but that was the milestone I wanted to hit, and I made it. I'm still here. You can't get rid of me. I'm still here. Some people want to see me fail. Some people would like me just to delete my channel. I know who those people are. Some of them. Some of them, they're probably just online people I never met. I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. You can't get rid of me. The point is that I want to make, though, is just do what you want to do. You know your limits. Nobody else does. I've had a lot of people think I couldn't actually make it this far and hit 1K. Of course, they won't in my friend group. My buddies never told me that. Savage, for instance. Savage has been here since almost the beginning. In the very beginning, when I started this channel, it was me and the Wildcat Airsoft is who I partnered with in the very, very beginning of this. He's honestly just about in the very first video. The very first video on this channel is just me in the ghost cosplay, but a few videos later, it's me and Wildcat, because it's me and Wildcat that started it all. And then later, Savage came on the group, and he's been on the channel almost from the beginning, and I wish he could have seen us make it, but sadly he's not here anymore with his passing, and Cat's not here either. So sadly, this is going to be a kind of a sad 1K, as the group that I had is gone. It took me a little too long to hit 1K, sadly. So there is no big celebration. This is it. This is basically it. But, well, there is Shogun as well, and I will talk about Shogun a little bit here in a minute. But we did make it eventually. And Wildcat isn't making videos anymore. I will show you who I'm pretty much partnered with. So, I go to my channel. We have the Wildcat Airsoft and OFDF, which is DevCon, also known as Nano on the channel, Luke Palestance Up, and Crash15. Go ahead and sub to those guys. They have been here for a long time, and we've made a couple of videos as well together. And I think those videos were probably some of my best videos in my opinion. They're the ones that all these sword fighting videos pretty much happened with. The like cinematic kind of windowing around camera videos we've had with the sword fights and the samurai swords and stuff. That was with all FDF. So go ahead and sub to those guys. Now, DevCon isn't really an Airsoft channel. He's just kind of Nano just kind of makes what he wants to make. And that's his channel. That's basically what he wants to do. He just goes, you know what, I want to make this today. That's what he does. He does have a lot of Airsoft stuff, but he's more of a I make whatever I want to make channel, and that's just it. He's not a full on YouTube that this is gonna be my game plan like I am. He just kind of uploads what he wants to upload. And out of the whole group, he's got the most subs. So he's doing something right. Even though he doesn't take YouTube seriously, he's got most subs out of the whole group, which is funny enough. And then Wildcat, I think he just stopped uploading. I don't think he's doing anymore. I hope he comes back on YouTube, but as of right now, Wildcat's offline. Luke Powell Stance is also not an Airsoft channel. He's a meme channel. That's what he is, to be honest. He's a meme channel. He just does whatever. I will tell you, some of his videos might not be for all of you. He does do some trolling. He purposely makes videos to try to annoy people, so fair warning on that. He also doesn't take YouTube seriously. He's just trolling on YouTube. And then Crass has a few videos as well. I don't think Crass really does YouTube much anymore either. I don't think he does. I'm pretty sure he doesn't do YouTube much anymore. Out of all of them, I'm pretty much the main one, but that's because I'm trying to turn YouTube into a full-on thing. I'm taking it probably almost too seriously because I'm here every single day, pretty much editing. But I'm trying to make this into a full ordeal. And then Bojax has been on the Airsoft channel for honestly almost as long as Savage has, and I think he's pretty much quit YouTube. He was pretty much just kind of trying it out, but he's been in the videos a long time. He's been on the channel for a long time. So I appreciate him as well. And he's also donated a few things here and there to the channel as well to help out. He's been pretty helpful in the long run. He just doesn't really make videos, but he's there as well. And then I have my channels on top. The goal I have right now, Airsoft channel's at 1K. That was the first goal. The second goal, obviously, is watch time for the Airsoft channel. It needs watch time for monetization. So there's no like income besides affiliates coming in right now because I need the watch time. So basically, you guys just need to go watch the videos. Like I said, it's the views that really makes the channel. I can make 1,000 videos, and it doesn't matter if you guys don't like them. So it's really up to you guys whether it makes it or not. At the end of the day, you guys make the decision. The gaming channel, it's right there. It's almost at 500 subs. That one, I want to hit to 1,000. That's one of my other game plans right now is hitting the gaming channel to 1,000. And it's also actually has better watch time than the Airsoft channel. And I think that's because I can make a lot more videos, more consistent and constant basis. I can make a lot more videos because the thing with the Airsoft channel is it costs a lot more. It does cost a lot more to do them, and it costs a lot more time. It it takes more funds, it takes more time. It even takes more time editing the Airsoft channel because for the most part on the gaming channel, it's dead space, like boring content cut, interest content goes forward, boring content cut, interesting stuff goes forward. That's how the gaming channel is basically edited. The Airsoft channel is, you think it would be kind of the same though, right? Except the problem with the Airsoft channel is I have 3 cameras that I have to flip from. I have to edit one, edit another camera, and edit a third camera. And the way I do those, maybe I'd have to do it for a video. Maybe you guys would be interested in that. I don't know. But the way I do that is I have 3 video files. One's the webcam, one's the run cam, one's the head cam. And if I'm shooting, I'll clip to the run cam. And then I'll also edit in a red dot and edit in hit locals. The little hit locals when a BB hits somebody. Those actually do take a little bit of time to edit. And it ends up making it take the longest to edit those gameplay wise. The hardest thing for me to make and pretty much upload a lot of edit is the shows, which is Shadowlord Films. I have Operating Save Wildcat, which is a show that I'm working on, like a series. I'm still working on episode 2. I put it off until like summer, which is summer, so I've been editing it a lot lately. And the reason why I did that is because I honestly just got burned out from episode 1. Those little gun effects take forever to edit. So on every well, not every time they shoot. Basically, in episode 1, it was like this. Episode 2, we got a lot better. We learned a lot of things. Episode 1, there was essentially no recoil. And if you watch it, there is recoil because I edited it in. That's not how you say that, is it? Edit. I just did a bunch of edits. I had to make the recoil. We learned that the hard way for episode 2, except I forgot to do recoil, like, basically I shake the gun back and forth when I shoot. I forgot to do it on an M249. That's in episode 2. The M2's in episode 2. So I've been working on doing the recoil edits for that, and it's taken forever. So luckily, I did learn from episode 1. So that's why 1 took so long, is I had to put in the recoil, I had to put in the smoke effects, I had to put in the bullet casings. I had to make the chamber on the rifle open when the casing would go out and slide forward. Now, granted, you'll probably think, well, you could just have done sound and smoke, and I would have been fine with that. You know, some of you probably are thinking, yeah, that would have been fine for me. But the thing is I wanted to make it as realistic as I could when it came to the gun effects, and that's why it took so long, and that's why I got to the point I just got burned out, and that's why episode 2's taken so long, and 3, 4, and 5. I don't know how many episodes there's going to be. Each episode is 20 minutes long. Realistically, episodes, like TV-wise, would be 40, but you'd be waiting forever for episode 1. So I'm doing them as 20 minutes, and 1 and 2 doesn't have a lot of story. It's mostly gunplay, gun shooting, and stuff like that. And that's because it was originally going to be a IRL Warzone video, but then plans changed and it turned into Operation Save Wildcat was already in plan. So I had Warzone as one video, like IRL Warzone, and then up as in Save Wildcat. But I couldn't figure out how I wanted to start that show. And I thought about it for a minute and went, wait a minute. I have all this footage for this Warzone video. Why don't I just make that the start of the video? So that's why 1 and 2 doesn't have a lot of story, and it's mostly just going to be shooting. Because it's the start. It's the start of the series. The series doesn't start until Wildcat needs to be saved, quote unquote. That's when the series actually starts, and we're going to get into the story. Episode 3 has a lot more story, and is going to be a little bit more of a emotional kind of arc. I plan on episode 3 to be very different from the first 2 episodes. So keep that in mind. 3 is going to be very different. 3's not going to have a bunch of gunfights and effects and all those fancy things. Granted, I know those effects are cool and all, but I'm getting burned out. Also, it doesn't align with so much the story. I don't know if there's gonna be a big gunfight in episode 3 as of right now. I do have another gunfight planned. It just depends on what else goes into 3 and the vibes of 3. Because like I said, I'm planning on 3 being a little more of a emotional type of episode rather than like the other 2. I kind of want to go with a different direction with 3. So there might not be a big gunfight for 3. If there's not in 3, there will be in 4, but it's not going to be the whole entire episode like 1 and 2. 1 and 2's taking the longest because 1 and 2 is the gunfight. It's the squad versus the cartels is the whole plan. That basically I went with kind of a Ghost Recon style for 1 and 2. Episode 1's like Warzone, and then, but it has like the cartels, like I went for a Ghost Recon / Call of Duty theme for the show, is what I decided to run with. And it was the easiest thing to run with, because at the start it was like, well, it's kind of taking place during like Battlefield 2019, that game, because it has like a Call of Duty theme in it. It's kind of taking place during that game, which is the Russians was the main enemy, except I don't have a lot of Russian stuff. So it went to Cartel instead. I went with like kind of a Ghost Recon Wildlands vibe. That's why I went with Cartel, was because Cartel's just easier to do. I can just give them anything that I want to give them out of stuff that I already have. So that's why I went with them. Also, the Cartel's like the main enemy in Modern Warfare 2, so it kind of makes sense to like have it in between 2019 and 2. Is kind of what I'm doing. That's essentially what I'm doing with the show. It technically takes place between 2019 and MW2, but I'm kind of doing my own thing with it, so it's not really supposed to be canon or anything. It's just kind of my own thing. I'm just having fun with it. I have the ghost kit already, so, and it was already planned for like a Warzone video, so that's kind of what happened with that show. And the show originally became a plan because Wildcat, I already knew Wildcat was leaving the Airsoft channel. So I went, okay, he's leaving. That's actually a really cool idea for a show. is finding him, because he's not gonna be around anymore. The ending's already filmed. Me and Wildcat already filmed it, so I already know the ending. I'm not gonna tell you guys the ending, because that would be a spoiler, but I don't know how many episodes it's gonna be. It's probably gonna be like 6 or so. I don't really have plans for the second season. Pretty much the plan with that show is, as long as I have ideas, I'll probably keep going with it, but I don't wanna drag on it too long. We filmed the ending because I didn't know when Wildcat would be back, and it's not looking like he's ever gonna be back, actually, so it's a good thing I filmed it. And I also wanted to have the ability to end the show when I'm out of ideas. Because the last thing I want to do is have some really drawn out episode that has nothing in it because I ran out of ideas. So that's kind of why I filmed it already, and it's a good thing I did because I don't even know if he's gonna come back. But anyways, that's with that show. I went on a tangent here, but that's like my main project right now. Is that I don't have anything that's really like big and major that I'm working on at the moment. So that's my two things: get Game Channel 1K and finish the show. I just need to put the work in and grind it out. But again, I'm like one guy trying to do what? I have 5 channels. I don't know if I really count Winterfangs. I mean, Winterfangs is basically, yeah, it's a music channel, but it was like idea I had that I just never really fully implemented. It's more of a fun channel, if that makes sense. It's not something I take serious. Shadowlord IRL, I do have more plans for that in the future. I just don't really have any plans for that right now. That'll be more of like, really that channel's kind of like anything I want to upload. And it's a little more like behind the scenes. All the really behind the scenes stuff, like actually behind the scenes, is going to be on the Patreon. There's not a lot on there right now at the moment. And the main reason for that is kind of because I'm juggling a bunch of stuff, to be honest. And I'm not really at the point where I feel like anybody's really interested in the Patreon, to be honest. I'm not that big. But so Salad IOL is gonna be for different stuff. I do have some I'm kinda diving into some like bettering self videos and things like that as well. I forgot what the term for that is. Duh. But anyways, yeah, so like better health videos. I did some of that. I've dived into some of that stuff. But the IOL channel, originally it was actually called Shadow Lord Reacts. It was a React channel. And then I changed it to IOL because I just didn't see myself doing a ton of like React stuff. And then I kind of figured if people are looking for those videos, they're already probably a subscriber. So that's what happened with that. And the gaming channel is just flat out gaming. It's pretty obvious what that is. Just like how the Airsoft channel is flat out Airsoft. But anyways, so that's a little bit about what's happened. The Airsoft channel, the main group I had isn't really around as much anymore for obvious reasons with Wildcat moving and Savage's passing. But that doesn't mean it's necessarily over. So I have actually, well, it's more of Shogun, but we've been working behind the scenes to jumpstart a new group. So I have actually been doing, well, it's Shogun's been doing the work. I've just been doing the videos and just making content because that's about all I have time for. Even that I don't really have time for. I have to work and pay the bills somehow, and YouTube's just not paying them. So Shogun's been actually getting a group together. So Airsoft gameplay will eventually come back. It's not going to be as consistent as it once was. It's not going to be oh, I'm going to upload every week or 3 times a week. That's just not going to happen. The main reason for that is the Airsoft gameplay just doesn't do that well, and the main reason why is because I think it's because people are just bored of seeing the same map over and over again. And I get that. I basically play on like the same 3 or 4 areas because there's just not a lot where I'm at. And to really have like outstanding gameplay, you have to go to big fields and things like that, which I hope to do at some point. That's just not the plan right now. So yeah, a lot of gameplay stuff probably ain't gonna happen as much. It's probably gonna be more like, I don't know, me and Shogun's gonna have to figure out some plans. It's gonna be probably more content specifically towards one thing. Like for instance, if I'm reviewing AAG, I'm gonna have like the review video and then the gameplay video of set AAG. Or we'll do something like, I don't know, one idea we had is Shogun makes We did this on Call of Duty where Shogun was like making random guns from Call of Duty for me to use, where he'd put like no stock and a sniper scope and a grenade launcher on it. That's one video we did. It's not out on the game channel yet. It's a video I have planned. It's filmed. It's just not out. We thought about doing that for the Airsoft channel, where he'll make me something really just wacky and weird, like, I don't know, a pistol with a sniper scope and a suppressor and a stock, with a bipod on the front of it, something like that. We thought of that for video. So video's gonna be more like that, where it's around, like, a basis idea instead of just constant, I don't even know anymore. How was my gameplay video set? I think a lot of times they were set around like a specific theme of some kind. Yeah, so Custom Warp AO. That was because that's a custom weapon that I made. Then I just did the Perfect Spot. That was just gameplay. Airsoft E11. That was the E11. A lot of Ghost cosplay videos. Lots of Ghost cosplay videos. The reason why I did so many Ghost cosplay videos, to be honest, like the actual reason. Of course, from my channel, it seems like, oh, you're doing it for views. But a big reason was because it got really hot, and the loadout was actually better for the heat than what I'm wearing now. This doesn't do very well in the heat, so that's actually why I did a lot of Ghost videos. And yeah, it was mostly for views too. So, but a lot of the reason why I did those videos is because that was my summer kit. That's just what I ran in the summer, because it was just better geared towards the heat than what I'm wearing right now. But, so yeah, that's the plan for the Airsoft channel a little bit. The new group we're getting together, we haven't really decided when we're going to make videos. A lot of them are brand new as well, like new players. So I'll have to probably teach them a little bit too. But yeah, the old group, if you watch episode 1, the old group was called Dragon Squad. Essentially, that's what I call them in the show anyway. But essentially, that's what they were. The Dragon Squad, and I had I have a little patch in all my videos that has like a little dragon on it on my shoulder. That's what we were. We were Dragon Squad. The new squad, because Dragon Squad's gone. That's pretty much disbanded. That'll be more like apparent in the show as it goes on. But the new squad is going to be Knights of Shadow, which is going to pretty much be I don't think there's going to be another squad after that. Even if this squad, for instance, gets disbanded too, there'll just be probably a new set of squad members. Because I think at this point, Knights of Shadow is going to be like the final one. In the show, it's under the Call of Duty name. I changed it to Shadow Company for Call of Duty purposes, but IOL, it's Knights of Shadow, which is going to be what the show's going to run to. Dragon Squad's going to go a different route. I don't want to do any spoilers, but I think you can kind of get my drift of where the show's kind of heading, especially you played MW2. You get what I'm saying, what I'm putting out? Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, so Knights of Shadow. Also, that's not a play off of Shadow Company. I actually had Knights of Shadow planned way back further. It just happened to perfectly line up with the show that way. So the first ever Knights of Shadow was OFDF. They actually have t-shirts as well that I've given them that says Knights of Shadow on the back. That's the very first of the group, and so that's kind of where it first started. It just never went further from there. And even Dragon Squad, I actually planned that from the very beginning that I made my channel, even before I even had a YouTube channel. I planned Dragon Squad. I had the Dragon Pats when I very first started airsofting. I'll actually grab that Pats. Give me a minute. Okay, I have the Pats. It's a little rough because it's a custom make that I just DIY'd. But here's the Pats. I've changed it a little bit. I put some electrical tape on it and did some acrylic paint around some areas. Because originally it just said Shadowlord, and I kind of added the commando on there, and it originally said Airsoft instead of Squad. I changed that because of the show. I changed that for the show purposes. But that's the Pats that I had, which I still have, kind of. It's not on me anymore. Because again, I'm putting together a new group now. So that's the Pats for Dragon Squad. That was planned since the beginning before I even started doing YouTube. It's always been in the plan. Originally, I was planning on having like a airsoft build, but I just don't have the funds for that. So it ended up being just a small group that made videos with me, and that was Dragon Squad. So yeah, I had this planned since the very, very beginning. And then it ended up being Wildcat got with me, and we just got together and just started making videos and gameplay and things like that. We had kind of our own airsoft group going, which I'll those of you that's in that group, I will like Knights of Shadow. Okay, I know this make this. You'll probably think I'm making a new airsoft group. I'm not. Knights of Shadow is not a new group. It's a new squad. It's just a new squad, Dragon Squad. Was for the most part, it was just kind of a group that I just did pretty much just gameplay with, and I recorded it. Knights of Shadow is going to be more tied to the channel. So those that's in Knights of Shadow is gonna be like actual channel members, like Shogun for instance. Shogun is now my second in command, which is what Savage was, and he's gonna put together this new group, which is going to be tied to the channel. They're all going to be all members of the channel. Shogun is a channel member. He is linked to my channel completely. He's on the gaming channel for the most part because the Airsoft channel isn't. I'm just not doing a lot of content. So Shogun's on the gaming channel. Shogun's putting this new group together. So he's been putting a lot of walking behind the scenes here and there. So I definitely thank you for that, Shogun, as you've been a lot of help. So he's been putting that together. So yeah, they're gonna be probably a little more involved this time around on different sides. I'm having to get a bit of a group together because I'm trying to juggle this as one guy, and I'm gonna need some help at this point because trying to do this as one guy is a lot of work. But the other problem is it's kind of hard to get a group together too because it's not exactly paying my bills either. So a lot of it's really just volunteer work for them to this big ol' like me and Shogun, we'll put in a lot of work in for free essentially, right, making these videos, but we're building to a brighter future than we would have had otherwise. Like, I have so many more opportunities if I am able to just constantly get bigger and bigger and just grow this brand essentially than if I didn't. Because I've always wanted to do film. Film was something I always wanted to do, and that's what I'm doing now, is film. It's what I actually wanted originally to get a degree in, and now I have a degree in business instead because it's, yeah, what are you gonna do with a film degree? That's basically, yeah, that's like a basket weaving degree or some one of those like stupid degrees that's like, what are you gonna do with that? So I did a different one. So yeah, yeah, it's been interesting. It's been a long road for sure, and it is a lot of awesome memories that I've had doing this that I definitely a lot of times wish I could revisit that, but it's kind of said and done. Another thing I would recommend to all of you is just if you're doing airsoft, I would advise to just record here and there. You don't even have to upload stuff. Just record here and there of you and your buddies because you never know when it's going to be over and you're going to wish you had those moments to look back at. Because pretty much every single Airsoft game I've had with Savage, it's uploaded. It's there. It's filmed. He's gone now. I can't get those memories back, but they're there. I can always go back and revisit those. So I would definitely I'd recommend to at least record like little moments here and there just for you to have because you never know when they're gone. You never know, you know? And he in a roundabout way told me that. One of the things he said was something like cherish all the moments because you never know when it's going to be someone's last day, something like that. And I think he was telling me that for a reason, and now he's gone. So I'm not going to get too in-depth in that in this video. I will talk about it eventually. That's not the point of this video. I know I've said that before. I'm waiting for a better time, and I'm giving it time. Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for a better time to do it. I'm almost there, not quite. It's been a year since he's been gone, but I'm still giving it some time. It's kind of a touchy subject, and yeah, I'm going to give it some time. But anyways, yeah, I'd recommend that. Another thing I'd recommend is, like I said, people always give you hate for whatever you're doing, whether it's jealousy or they just, well, it's usually jealousy. The reason why people usually hate on other people is usually because of jealousy or they just, I don't know, want to be toxic or something. But a lot of times, you've heard this before, right? The old saying is, you always hear it from somebody that wants what you have or somebody that, like, if you're getting success, it's always somebody that's, like, not doing the same or getting the same success that you're getting. It's always somebody that's mad at you because of what you've achieved and they haven't usually. But you've probably heard that before, right? And that's usually how it goes. It's somebody like, I want what he has. It's like, yeah, you do, but you don't want to put in the work for it. I put a lot of hours into this. Like I've had people that's like, bro, what's your problem? Like you got like, dude, like I've had people that's had a problem with me, and it's like, why? What? Like why? What? Sometimes I've had people that's give me I don't even know. I don't even know them, and it's like, okay. Like, it's like a rude comment on YouTube, like, everybody gets mean comments, like, when you get a mean comment, it's like, "I don't even know who you are, bro." Like, alright. So, you're always gonna have that, I mean, and it's a lot of times, it's just for petty stuff, that's people just want to say something just to say something, you look at sideways, and you're like, what was the point of that? But the one point I do want to make with this, though, is the best revenge that you can give to somebody like that is to live a better life than them. That is the best revenge. Just live better than they are, and they will forever hate you for it. That is literally the best thing you can do. You don't need to say anything to them. You don't need to fight with them. Just live a better life, and their own insecurity and problems will just make them eat themselves alive inside. Why are you just keep doing what you're doing? That's literally the best advice I can give you, because I've had it. I've definitely had it before, so everybody's gonna get those comments. It doesn't even matter if you're a YouTuber or not, because you're always gonna have some goal in life that somebody's gonna just get at you for, or tell you that you can't do it, or something along those lines. There's always gonna be that person. So don't listen to them. Just keep on going, and you know your limits. At the end of the day, you know your limits. Only you know that. So just keep pushing to your goals, because I've had people tell me I won't make it. Oh, at least they might not flat out tell me that, but they definitely believed it and hinted at it. I've had that. You're always going to have that. There's always somebody that's going to do that to you. Doesn't matter what you're doing in life, there's always going to be somebody that does that. So just shoot for what you're shooting for. Just say, I want that, and I'm going to put the work in. I can tell you, YouTube's a lot of work. I don't know. Like, honestly, is it worth it? I don't know. Sometimes I wonder that. Is it worth it? You know, it is to me, because I like doing it. But for somebody else, it might not be worth it. Because, I mean, it took me, like, how old is this channel? Like, honestly, it's like, what, probably 2 years old, and it took me, like, 2 years? It's 4 years old. My first video is 4 years ago. So, most people don't make it on YouTube, and this is why. My first video is 4 years ago. That's exactly why. Most people give up till they ever hit 1,000. It took me 4 years, guys. Like, eventually you can make it. It might take you longer. And yeah, some people might get there faster than others, but you all got your own road to set. Your road might be longer, but it doesn't mean you won't make it. You might struggle more. Like, guys, like, I want to really stress this, because I know for a lot of you, some of you are probably struggling in other ways. Look, I've lost my best friend. Like, he's gone. I lost Wildcat. I don't know what happened now. I basically lost my group. Essentially, I've sacrificed a lot of time. I've lost a lot, guys, and I'm still here. So, if the world beats you down, don't just give up, because I've sacrificed a lot, and I'm still here. I ain't quitting. So don't ever just tell yourself, "Oh, I'm just gonna quit because it's too hard." You might have been able to make it if you just put in the little bit the effort that was still there. You might have made it. You know, it's probably something a lot of you maybe gave up on, that now maybe you're looking like, well, maybe I could have. But for a lot of you, yeah, 4 years is, I mean, it might not even be full, because again, not everybody's doing YouTube. You all got different goals. It might be a month. It might be 6. It might be a year. I mean, and a lot of guys these days are doing online hustles. Maybe you got an online side gig that you're working on that maybe you're wondering, oh, is it going to really do that good? You don't know. Nobody really knows, but you know if you're willing to put in the work or not. Deep down, you know, do I want this bad enough to shoot for it? You just gotta shoot for it. That's all you gotta do. Say, I want this, and I'm gonna put in the work. I've sacrificed a lot. I've sacrificed a lot more than I thought I'd have to. But I was willing to if I had to, and sadly I had to. That's just how the cards laid. You get a deck of cards. I mean, this is life. You get a deck of cards. You're gonna draw a couple, and sometimes you're gonna be like, "Oh, I got a great royal flush." That basically means you win the lottery. Which that doesn't really happen. Let's be honest. Well, a lot of times you're gonna pull cards, and you're gonna be like, "Okay, I'm gonna get a job promotion. Oh, I'm gonna get screwed here. Oh, I'm gonna have a nice, I don't know, trip, vacation. Oh, I don't like that card either." You know, I mean, you're gonna get like what, like maybe an ace, a queen, and there's gonna be a joker in there. That's like, huh, guess what? You're getting screwed this year. Oh, well, damn. Sorry for like the swell. I try not to, but that's just how life goes. You're gonna draw a couple cards, and every now and then you're gonna draw a joker. I don't gamble, so I don't know why I'm using cards as a reference. I think this is the easiest thing for everybody to understand. I don't gamble, but I'm using cards as a reference. Because I think that's just the easy way to understand, because there's always a game of chance, though, with anything in life. Even applying for a new job, there's a chance. And when you go switch into a new job, you don't know if you're going to actually like that job or not. The description might be like, oh yeah, I like that and I like that pay, but then what if you get a boss you don't like, or coworkers you don't like? There's always a chance in life. That's just how it goes. You just have to decide on what's best for you and just go with that. Just a lot of times, honestly, guys, go with your gut, because a lot of times your gut's right. There's a lot of things I look back in my life while I was like, even with Savage, which I don't really want to get into, but there's a lot of times in my life I was like, I said this, and this was gonna happen if, for instance, he didn't get his act together or other things in life. And sometimes when I say things, like, I'll be brutally honest to people usually. I'll usually be a little too honest to where it sometimes gets me into trouble. But a lot of times I'll be like, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. And there's always a chance it doesn't. But sadly, a lot of times when I wanted to be proved wrong, it was like, yep, that happened, that happened, that happened, that happened. Sometimes I want to be proved wrong. A lot of times I was sadly right, and sadly stuff fell apart. That's just how it goes. Just lead with your gut. A lot of times your gut's gonna be right, even if people don't want to hear it. You just have to do what you think is best, and that's how you have to go about it. And sometimes people aren't gonna like your advice. Sometimes you'll be wrong. Sometimes I'm wrong. I'm sometimes very wrong. I mean, I didn't think it would take me 4 years to get 1K. If you asked me back then, I would have been like, I would probably said something like, I don't know, maybe a year. Took me full long years and sacrifice. I beat my head against the wall. I didn't actually do that, but it felt like that at times. Like, my point is, don't always just assume the best is gonna happen, which is probably a lot of times I was accurate with things, because a lot of times I'd say, this is what's gonna happen about something, and it's like, why would you say that? That's really screwed up, man. And then that thing happens, it's like, oh. Like, I'm sorry, life sucks sometimes. Like, you gotta plan for the worst, because sometimes the worst happens, and that's just what happens. But you gotta just push through it. Eventually, you guys will make it. And, I don't know, comment what your goals are. What's everybody working towards? What is your objective in life? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I know that's really dumb to say. Sorry, this turned into like a help video, like IRL video. But like everyone says, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Me personally, I see myself with a grown audience. Hopefully, it doesn't take me another 4 years, but I see myself with a grown audience. Hopefully, some brand deals or sponsorships on them. That's what I hope to see. And hopefully I got a bit more of a business together, because I don't want to have just the YouTube channel. I want to have other stuff as well on the side connected and intertwined, and having this nice spider web. That's why I have 5 channels. I'm trying to build a nice spider web of things all interconnected and intertwined, so I can easily reach and get more reach and things like that. Hopefully nothing I've said in this video is a little too controversial for you guys. I don't think it is. But yeah, so that's the plan. I went off on a tangent a couple times in this video. I don't think I have anything further to talk about. I do have another review video. I think I have about mostly review videos. I do have one how-to airsoft video I've been sitting on. I'd like to do some gunsmithing stuff, but I don't really see me doing that, to be honest. I don't think it really gets the views, but yeah, I think a lot of gameplay stuff might turn to Schultz too, but I don't know, we'll see. I'm just running with the flow. Usually what I do is, I just feel like making one type of video, I go with that. I just go with how I'm feeling for the day, usually. That's just usually how I go about things. But hopefully all of you guys are doing well. You can always go to my socials and find me there. I'm on Discord. There is a Discord group, so you can chat with me there if any further if you choose to. I don't think I really have anything else I want to touch on this video. So yeah, there is a group me and Shogun's working on to hopefully push the Airsoft channel a little bit further and kind of reinvent it again, because it needs to be reinvented if it's going to be able to continue. So yeah, go check out the other stuff I have for you guys, because again, I have other content. Shoot what your goals are in life, and hopefully it's an easier road for you than it was for me, because I didn't see this being as rough and hard as it was. That's just how the cards played out. Wow, my accent destroyed that right there. I got a bad hand at times. What can I say? Sometimes that happens. I just got a bad hand here and there. But eventually I made it anyways, so. You might think the world's against you, but you can still make it even if you got a bad deck. If you got all jokers, you can still make it eventually. So just put your mind to it is basically the message I'm giving you. I could have quit any time, guys. 4 years is a long time. I could have quit a long time ago. Anyways, hit the like button, hit the sub button, comment down what your goals are, where you see yourself, things like that. How's it going? You know, how's your goals going? Whether it's graduating, job promotion, YouTube, I don't know. I don't know what you guys are all doing. But yeah, and I'll see you in the next one.